Extra special review today. You can tell from the opening bump, this is going to be a video game tie-in. We haven't done one in a while. We just haven't found any video game products we were interested in capturing here. And this one from Funko, another special thing about this, we usually don't do a whole lot of Funko reviews, has got us excited because it's one of our childhood moments, defining of our generation, actually. Sometimes the millennial generation, or the older portion of the millennial generation, is referred to as the Oregon Trail generation, because a lot of us grew up playing this in our elementary schools. Originally on the Mac computer at the time, or the Apple computer, I think it would have been Apple II or something like that. So we used our floppy disks. It was green and black color scheme, basically, and this is how we learned back then. So we're here in the CTR arcade to celebrate, to give us a different background, do a little video game review. We've got some of our custom light fixtures and fun little things in here. But today we're going to focus on this oversized pop that is available directly through Funko's website. And it's going to be of the wagon and the oxen, in that true to the original color scheme of black and green. And it's super blocky because it was super blocky. So we're very excited to see this here. The packaging is just a giant window box packaging, but I like it kept the text. It's the same font as far as I can recall. And on the back, they have that great quote, "You have died of dysentery," which a lot of us found when we didn't make it through the trail. Some of us couldn't forge the river at the end either. But yeah, definitely you're getting this iconic wagon. You're getting these oxen in here as well, and it's one giant piece. So we're going to open it up and check this guy out. Apologies for the glare here, but you can see the packaging just a little bit closer to see what I was talking about, of that quote that "you have died of dysentery" right there. And yeah, I mean, the packaging is simplified. There's not even tape sealing it away, actually. So it's easy to kind of get this in and out if you wanted to reseal it. So you just pull it out of the top here. We're able to just slide it out. Apologies for the noise. And that is it. So this guy, I want to give you a nice 360 while we talk about him. So he is in his original green and black color scheme here. You can see the Oregon Trail logo on the side of the wagon there. And these guys are in that true 8-bit blocky fashion. You have the two oxen on the front are attached to this wagon. I don't see any way of separating them. And then you have the wagon. The wheels do not spin. Unfortunately, at the front, the door does not open. On the back of the wagon, the door does not open. It's solid. That would have been awesome if this was open and you could go, store something inside of here. But I still think this set is pretty awesome. I mean, look at the detail here on these blocky oxen and wagon. I haven't tried it with a black light, but I'm wondering if you hit it, if it will glow a little bit. You can see underneath here, it's just a flat bottom, but the oxen are still detailed, and the wheels are still detailed here and everything all the way around. But I wonder if it would glow a little bit with a black light. Unfortunately, I don't have one to sort of try that out. But always something you could do with this color scheme, but usually it needs a special kind of paint in order to make it glow. But yeah, I mean, this thing is a lot of fun. I believe it retailed around 40 bucks exclusively through Funko's website. This was a special one because, I mean, it's a special part of my childhood, and I'm sure some of you share that same sort of feeling toward Oregon Trail. We had this game on floppy disk. We played it during school. We got to shoot a bunch of animals to make food. That was the most fun part of this thing. And then as you went through, you either died of dysentery, starvation, or an eagle carried you off or something like that. Were hard times back in the mid-'80s. But basically, this is how we got through. Actually, I think that would have been the early 90s. My bad. In the early 90s, it was hard living on the computer frame. I mean, we had just got Nintendo a year or two earlier, so that was still relatively new. So this was like one of the top video games at the time. It's awesome. I know they tried to bring it back and do like a sequel on to the Apple Store. It wasn't as much fun. It lost a lot of its charm of the original. But I know there are versions you can get of the original from like Super Impulse put one out. We did a review on that, I think, a while back on their little mini arcade. So you could check that out as well. But this is pretty cool. I mean, as far as Funko Pops go, we don't get every single one because they're all kind of the same thing. It's like variations. You really have to be into it. But this one is very unique. It's a lot larger of a piece. You can see I got pretty big hands in there, like 9-10 inches across. So this is easily a foot across, and it's only about 6 inches tall. So it's a nice piece for the $40, and you're actually getting like three. You're getting these two oxen and then the wagon. And then it's got that nice blocky 8-bit. The only other ones we did that were blocky that we really liked, and we never reviewed them, were the Rampage ones that came in a 3-pack, and I got one of them here. I'll show you. This is George, and he's that nice blocky 8-bit too. And then there was the Space Invaders. We have one of those. I think that one glows in the dark, and that was also blocky. So they did other 8-bit ones. There were the Turtles, but more recently they have the X-Men 97, I think, or the Spider-Man ones that are blocky as well. So, but this makes sense. I like it when they kind of tie in and have a reason for being blocky, and this was, you know, part of the game. This is how they look. This is pretty accurate to form. So I really enjoy that. And it's not just a gimmick here. This is really just capturing the look of this thing from the time period. So pretty nice. I enjoy it. It's probably weighs maybe half a pound, a little more than half a pound. And it's pretty firm, although I wouldn't play with it too much because I'm worried that that's going to disconnect. Like I said, I see a screw here, so you might be able to disconnect the oxen from the card. I'm not going to play around with it, but otherwise it's pretty nice, and I do not regret buying this. So if you're an Oregon Trail fan or a fan of classic games, this is kind of a nice display piece or conversation piece. People will recognize it. It's kind of iconic. Plus it says Oregon Trail on the side of the wagon, so it's going to be hard to confuse this one. So that is our look at this nice Oregon Trail Pop from Funko that is exclusive to the Funko website. And that's going to be a wrap for us covering this exquisite piece. Really like it, really glad with the purchase. Like I said, I think you will be too if you're a fan of either the original game or just old school computer games in general. It's a nice little conversation piece. It's bigger than your standard Funko Pop, and I think it's just fun. Now, I don't know if it will illuminate with a black light. It doesn't seem to have that luminescent paint on it, but it still looks pretty cool. I grabbed that Space Invader, what I was talking about earlier. It seems to be exactly the same color, so it's that Space Invader green, so they kind of kept that consistent with it too. So he's looking, this guy's looking pretty sharp. Really enjoy it. I think you guys will too. We'll have the link up on there. I don't know right offhand right now if he's still available for purchase through the Funko website. I will note that in the video comments. If it is, the link will be there. Go ahead and grab one. If not, sorry, maybe this will be offered elsewhere under a different color scheme, because we all know Funko does variants, right? I mean, there could be a glow-in-the-dark version of this in the future. There could be, you know, a multicolor version. I don't know. We'll see what they do. But for now, this is the standard version. This is the classic version. I really like this one. So that is all for now. Of course, we're going to have more video game themed reviews. I will be grabbing more products to do in the future. It's just been focused on so many other products right now. We haven't been able to just cut back and do something fun like this, so we hope you enjoy this. It's a short look, it's a quick look at this thing, and I don't think there's much else to say about it, but I think you will enjoy it. So that is all for now. Like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys next time.